what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Real Madrid against Manchester City for the second leg of the Champions League playoff round at the Santiago Bernabeu. As Real Madrid have the 3-2 lead, which is crucial. It doesn't mean the game is over, but it's really down to, I would say, the momentum. I think whoever scores first will have the momentum. But I feel that if Real Madrid score first, you will see that sort of typical, and it's nothing against Carlo Ancelotti, but whenever Real Madrid score first in any games, there seems to be this sort of happiness in terms of just clinging on. The sky's the limit with these players. Like these players, if they were told to just play football, they could score more than one goal and keep going. But they're being pulled back in a sense that they are being told, okay, if you score first, just sort of protect that lead. And if you are in the last few minutes, your players are exhausted, they are tired, and you know, deploy that method, cool. But Real Madrid recently have been that team that even when they are losing, they are prepared to sit back and just sort of let the opponent get at them. Let the opponent have the ball, have the possession, have the opportunities, and watch. And against Man City, that happened. 1-0 down, you get it back to 1-1, you push a little bit, and then you sort of just commit less man forward, you concede, and then afterwards, that equalizing goal, the players were pretty much thinking, you know what, we're just gonna go for it now, and the equalizing goal came about, and then the last goal, a Man City mistake, of course, but Vinicius Jr. kept on running for it, and yeah, when these players push and when these players actually go for it, they 100% can obviously succeed and score. But it is that sort of pullback factor that if you have the lead, just protect it. If you have the goal, just protect it. And it's time for these players to not I'm not saying disobey the manager, but to express themselves. If you can go for that goal early on and then keep pushing, go for it. I don't see a reason to just defend for minute one. That leaves more risk. Um, yeah, in terms of this game, it is crucial. I think that obviously, like I said, Real Madrid have that advantage, but it doesn't really mean a lot. Obviously, away goals rules are no longer a thing nowadays, so it would have been so much better to have an away goal rule coming into this game. Obviously, um, yeah, 3 away goals, but that doesn't really count now. So you just have to build on that lead that you have gotten yourself, and you're at home, you're in front of your fans, and you're playing against a team that are vulnerable, as we've seen this season, and as we saw last week. There is an opportunity for these players to go out there and to express themselves and to win the game and to win the tie. And I just think that if you don't take your chances, if you play defensive football for minute one and you don't take your chances, you are going to be punished eventually because you're playing defensive football, you're inviting pressure, and eventually Man City will come knocking on the door again and again and again, and they will eventually score. I just think that it is suicidal to do that. So there's that. But not really. Obviously, it's been a week. But Man City wise, their last game midweek, not midweek, during the weekend, they won against Newcastle United in fine form actually. Obviously, um, last week they lost. Their last couple of away games, they scraped a win against Leighton Orient. They lost 5-1 against Arsenal. Um, they lost 4-2 to PSG. They beat Ipswich Town. They drew Brentford after bottling it. Um, so this is a side that have played against likes of Arsenal and PSG and have been humiliated against Arsenal. They bottled the lead against PSG. I just think that this is like we said last week before the game last week. This is the only chance that I can think of because I think eventually Man City will bounce back. But this is the only time in a long time that you can win a game against Man City and you can win with people actually saying you have been a better team. Because last week, Real Madrid won 3-2. It was a close score, but everybody knew Real Madrid should have won 4 or 5 or 6-0. Or, at least got 4, 5 or 6. And we didn't. It wasn't clinical enough. But this is the chance. This is the time to be clinical, to prove everyone wrong, and to show that you can beat Man City. And it's not really a flex to beat Man City when they are at their weak or when they're in a weak point. But it is the time to finally do it. So, if there's one chance to beat Man City in a dominant and convincing way, this is the opportunity. And hopefully that doesn't really get into players' head too much because when it does, you can overthink and make the wrong decisions. So just take it as it is. But Man City, in terms of their injuries update, um, well, Nico Gonzalez is back. I'm pretty sure he's registered. So he will be back. I'm not sure of anyone else. I think Akanji's out. I think Rodri obviously is still out. I think Ruben Diaz will be back. Um, and I think Jack Grealish will be back. But I don't see him starting actually. Um, but look, they still have a lot of quality in their squad. I mean, Erling Haaland scored twice last week. Um, Marmoush got a hat trick over the weekend, and he will cause problems. So we'll get on to that later. Foden, Savinho, Gundogan, Nico Gonzalez, Gvardiol, Stones, Ederson, Kovacic, Doku, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. They've got a lot of quality still, and their injuries list isn't the worst. So, in terms of their team, pretty much everyone is back apart from a couple. For Real Madrid, good. Alaba is back in the squad. Rüdiger is back, and Lucas Vazquez is back. Now, that leads us to the starting 11. Courtois in goal. Simple. I think Ferland Mendy at left back simply because he will be a little bit more defensive. I don't really trust either Mendy or Fran Garcia against Savinho or Bernardo Silva or Doku or whoever or Foden, Um, but I suppose Mendy will do the job. Centre backs wise, I think Raul Asensio has to start with what he has shown, and you pair him up with Rüdiger, and I think Haaland might not have that sort of field day that you would want to stop from happening, of course. And then right back, look, please, can we not start Lucas Vazquez? Lucas, have a break. Have a break. Have a break. Just have a break. Yeah. If Lucas Vazquez starts, you are basically saying, let's kill ourselves. Because look, Doku, Savinho, Marmoush, even Grealish are going to cook Vazquez. And it's not disrespectful. I think that Real Madrid fans have a lot of respect for Lucas Vazquez with what he has achieved, what he has done, what he has done for the club, what he has, shown in terms of the leadership, the character, wearing the shirt. But I think that it's time. I really do. Then the midfield. I do think it could be Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and Bellingham. But I've just put Sabas in there because he will be the player who will make those passes, to the attacking players. I'm not going to say it's a Toni Kroos replacement because I don't think Toni Kroos can ever be replaced, but he does that role similarly, but just not that level. And the front line is the front line. It will be Vinicius, it will be Mbappe, and it will be Rodrigo. So, yeah. Score predictions. I could see another 3-2. I could. 6-4 in aggregate. I'm going to go Real Madrid 3, Man City 2. 6-4 in aggregate. But let me know your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the bell if you did. Subscribe to show us on already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.